So you're thinking of moving into Oakland? I live in Oakland, California, and I concede that some of the rumors are true. Every couple of months, there are random gunshots outside of my dwelling. Some of those gunshots are directed at people, but most of the time, a drunk guy is just having a little fun discharging his weapon into the sky. I concede that on more than 3 occasions, felons who are fleeing the police have run through my backyard. Yet only one of these occasions did a SWAT team, complete with attack canines and assault rifles, have to enter my basement in a desperate hunt to find a fugitive. Besides the few, perpetual, instances of random extreme violence, my neighborhood is a relatively quiet one. Well, it's quiet when the Hells Angels bikers aren't ripping down the street on their Harleys. In those few fleeting minutes when someone isn't blasting the latest hip-hop or mariachi jam through a trunk full of speakers, you can almost hear the birds chirp. Seriously, though, I'm underselling it. At worst, I live in the upper crust ghetto. Sure, there's a lady who's addicted to crack who lives a few houses down. Sure, she's a small white dog named Kilo, short for kilogram, i.e., kilogram of cocaine. But she's very pleasant. Every time that she accosts my wife for drug money, she has the decency to pretend that any loan my wife might give her will be paid back post-haste. There are many hidden benefits to living in a city like Oakland, so today I'd like to take you on a tour of my neighborhood to show you why the prospect of living here is ever so enticing. For the record, the majority of these pictures are screen caps taken directly from Google Maps and have not been doctored in any way. Number 1. Free garbage delivery. In this computer age, we rarely ever get mail delivered. Because of this, it is truly a special moment when we get an actual letter or a parcel. In Oakland, the gifts just keep on coming. Several times per week, an anonymous donor drops off a package in front of my house. Sometimes it's a collection of fast food paraphernalia. Sometimes it's a bag full of soiled diapers. But every once in a while, you'll get an entire garbage bag full of some really sweet child-sized clothing. Conversely, Oakland also engenders a Buddhist lifestyle. What better way to free yourself of your possessions and live only in the temporal world than to have everything of value go missing by the time you return home from work? 2. We're pet friendly. Unlike many other snooty towns, we don't have any regulations about what kind of animal you can have. Not only are pit bulls, German shepherds, Dobermans, and Rottweilers accepted in my neighborhood, they're almost a prerequisite to get in. In fact, most people have more than one attack dog, and they rarely if ever bring them inside, so you can always hear their comforting barking, especially in the stillness of the early morning hours. Often pet people are worried about their dogs socializing with other dogs, and they'll cross the street to avoid an uncomfortable dog-on-dog butt-sniffing incident. In the ghetto, this absurd notion is hardly ever witnessed. In fact, Oakland has a communal approach to dog ownership. On any given week, you can walk out in front of your door and encounter 5 different types of dog sniffing around in the foliage, leash, and owner-free. Cars. Got a hot ride? Don't worry. We've got ample street parking and front lawn parking to ensure that you don't get any scratches in the clear coat or dings in the bumper. Schools. The old adage exclaims, "Stay in school." Well, with our 20-foot-high jail-spec fences, your children will have no choice. During recess, they can play soccer on our simulated field, read painted concrete. Also, our delinquency and dropout rates are so high that the remaining students are guaranteed to get a lot of extra attention from teachers. Fine dining. Do you enjoy delicious food with an international flair? Do you like saving money and not having to worry about making reservations? Would you love the convenience of eating freshly cooked food at all hours of the night? Well, look no further. We've got all of your needs covered. Are you planning a cheese tasting party? Do you need a delicious Chablis to serve with oysters? One of our alcohol dispensaries, conveniently located on every corner, will help you scratch that itch. Je ne sais quoi. There is something to be said about the architecture of older buildings. Our ancestors revered style over function, and as such, many properties are outfitted with ornate wrought iron fences that represent the pride of a past era. Some houses were built with ingenuity ahead of their time. Take, for example, this one, with the suicide suite on the second floor. With scenic views and lush gardens second to none, as well as the ability to cash a check at over 30 locations within a 1-mile radius, Oakland truly is the do-everything city. I hope that this brief tour of my neighborhood convinced many of you that Oakland is more than just home base for a myriad of gangs. In many ways, it's a misinterpreted and undiscovered gem hidden beneath a canopy of drive-by shootings and spontaneous home invasions.